Welcome everybody. This is Jameson C. Montgomery here. I am in my vehicle, so this is my second office. I love being in my car. This is where I get a lot of stuff done. So I wanted to kind of go over red light therapy a little bit with you guys. I'm screencasting a video that I did, trying to keep the volume down a little low so I can hear you guys all perfectly fine. I'm just gonna kind of go over a little bit of what's going on in this video. I'm going to demonstrate how I use the red light device, and a lot of you have questions about it, and so I wanted to address those questions with you all, but while kind of going over the video here as well. I thought this would be a great way to reuse some very helpful demonstration footage that I put together. And as you can see here, I'm kind of just giving you a little bit of the background, but since I'm here with you all today, I can do that myself. A lot of you were questioning red light therapy because this is something that's not really out there. A lot of people don't know about, well, I should say not a lot of people don't know about it, but red light therapy is something that's been around for many, many years, hundreds of years, and it's always been looked at as a treatment for the skin. You know, you see a lot of the times when you go to spa treatment centers, places where there's rehab involved, red light therapy is widely used for those conditions and used for actually muscle repair. And if you're an athlete, or if you endured some kind of straining and your muscle is tense, it provides healing in that area. And so what's very important, and what I think has been a great discovery, is that red light therapy can be used for many different things. It's not just a one-stop shop. It's widely used for many different things. And you can see this is the device that I'm using here. It's a German-based medical company that provides devices, and this is one of the ones, and I'll be leaving the information for this device in the description of the main website where you can take a look at some of the, if you want to do your research, I'll leave all that in there for you. The website will explain a lot about this device, but I was dealing with Eustachian Tube Dysfunction for almost 3 years. I will say just about a month or two shy of 3 years, so I always just say 3 years. And I noticed that a lot of my problem was because of the fact that I felt like the healing in my ear was just not happening at all. Medication was not helping. I did take steroids. Doctors prescribed steroids for me at times, ear drops, ibuprofen, acetaminophen, and it didn't help with that area. It did kind of tense. The muscles started to feel a little bit better in my muscles, but it wasn't really healing my ear issues, and that was the main problem. I was still having this swishing sounds that a lot of you guys are explaining to me. I was having a lot of the clicking and whatnot, and so I said, it's great that I'm narrowing down what the problems were, but it's still ultimately not solving the main problem, and that was the problem with my ear overall. And so I kind of did it a little. I talked to at least half a dozen doctors, maybe more, and they all told me. I got to interrupt myself for a minute. Some of you had questions about if glasses are needed for the device. No, they are not. In the video, I did explain that I do use the glasses sometimes. And if you're a little concerned, these are more for people who feel concerned or they have light sensitivities. Obviously, that machine is going to not only project heat and energy, but it's projecting a lot of light. So that's just mainly for those who do have a sensitivity with the light, or sometimes I do wear the glasses if I want to just kind of kick back and take a short nap, and that does happen. I put the machine on eye level, and I put the glasses on, and I just kind of just relax and kind of darken the area, so that way I can snooze a little bit while I'm healing and getting some of that energy. Basically, with red light therapy, some of you are wondering, what is infrared and red light therapy? Well, infrared is an energy. Basically, you can't see it with the eye, with the human eye. You cannot detect infrared. It's an energy. So red light therapy is the act of healing with the red light versus it having the infrared properties, and that's the energy that it emits. So when you're going to a supermarket or somewhere or warehouse store and you just buy a red bulb, it may be just a bulb that's shaded red, and so therefore it's providing similar benefits but not the benefits that you would get if you were to take in the light here, which you can see it's a medical grade device that has infrared properties. It has a certain level of energy that's emitting from that bulb and from that light, and it's at such a, I think I believe it's at 300 watts. I have to double check on that, but at something at that rate, you're going to start feeling those benefits. And the reason why I tell you is a lot of you who have said that you don't feel any different from this device is kind of tells me that your condition with the ear or your condition is not the same condition that I have. And that's what I have to explain to many of you, is that it's not, again, it's not a one-stop shop. It's going to help with muscle, relieving that muscle tension. It's going to help with building collagen in the skin. And it's going to help, and as you see here, I'm spinning around here, and this is what I would do if I had problems with my back. And I'm kind of explaining that for those that have issues, like I said, red light therapy is not, it's not publicly noted for the ear. It's for muscle tension. It's for building up, like providing circulation, helping circulation go into the area. So folks, this is what you have to understand. Red light therapy and infrared light therapy are almost, they're locked in together, basically. Infrared, think of infrared as the energy involved in the red light. Now, red light predominantly, like I said before, has been used to build up collagen. Infrared is not seen by the human eye, but providing energy to go inside the body and start repairing issues by providing circulation in that area. So folks, when you are dealing with Eustachian tube dysfunction, this is something that I feel very proud that I discovered. And a lot of you who have stated that you do not feel any different may have further conditions that you have to kind of evaluate with your doctor. For my particular condition, and I will say many of you have this problem as well, you have problems with getting circulation into that ear area. And you can't do it with steroids, and you, in my opinion, I'm not a doctor, folks, but in my personal opinion, and what happened to me, and what some doctors have explained to me, you're not always going to be able to heal a targeted area as an ear with medication. Sometimes you may, and like I said, it depends on the situation that you're in. My situation, it was not the case. I could not find a source enough to heal that area that what I was dealing with. So for my particular condition, it took me years, like I said, two almost 3 years, to figure out that for me, it was needing to provide more oxygen, more blood in that area to get the healing properties to be built in that area. And in this particular video, I'm not showing, I'm not putting, I'll probably will do that. I will probably piece on another video with this one. But basically in this video, this is what you would do. You would, putting the glasses on, you don't have to do that. You put the machine up to about ear level, and the machine is auto timed to shut off in 15 minutes for security reasons and protective reasons. So the machine will auto shut off. So you grab the machine, and here in this particular video, I didn't put it. So see where I'm holding it is about where you want it to be. And if it gets too warm for you folks, feel free to scoot it back. It's totally fine. The light is going to target that area at such a wide distance, so you're perfectly fine. For me, I would put it about maybe about 3 feet, and I wasn't really feeling too much, so I would scoot it a little closer. So you have to kind of modify things to the best, but this is how you would want to be. This is how you would want to position the red light therapy device, the infrared machine. You want to have it at this position right here. I would say about a ruler's length for me. For you, you can just adjust, play with how it's best for you. I can't build instructions for everyone pertinent for them. You have to just kind of, construct it to the best of your abilities. I recommend finding a desk or a table or something that's at ear level so that you're not holding the device. Obviously, it's kind of defeating the purpose if you know if you're kind of holding it there. Let me go ahead and just pause this video, folks. I'm still there's my character there. Obviously you want to put it at ear level so you're not holding it. It'll defeat the purpose a little bit if you're having to hold that thing and you're kind of holding your muscles in place and kind of straining. So you want to just be sure that you have it at a distance where it's targeting that area. And some of you have asked, well, is over 15 minutes overdoing it? No. You can do it 30 minutes for each ear. Obviously, that's a long time, but you have to make sure to play it off the time that you have. For me, I was doing 15 each ear, and then sometimes I would say, I feel a little like I could use a little bit more of that. So I'd do about 30 minutes each ear. And I know that sounds like a long time, but when you're sitting there doing something, watching TV, watching a show on your phone, or you know, just kind of kick back, those 30 minutes go by quick. So you have to just kind of construct it the best way you can do. So what I'm going to do here is I have another video that I can kind of show you. I'm going to piece that one with this video here. So hang tight, stay with me. I'm going to go ahead and pause this video, and then I'm going to put another video on where I demo it again, and I'm going to kind of give you a little bit more background. Hang tight, everybody. All right, we're back. So here's a quick clip here I wanted to show you all. This is about the distance that I keep it at. Not too close, as you can see, folks, and that amount of distance is going to do just fine. It's going to that energy is close enough that it'll radiate on the skin there and give you those benefits, the infrared. And so what I do is I just turn it on about that distance, keep it on for about 15 minutes, or if I have more time, 30 minutes. And this right here is when you'll really notice around this, for me at least, this is about the distance that I've started feeling the benefits. And I would typically, this is the thing, you have to turn this device on and then don't focus on it at all. Pretend like it's just any old light in the house. You're going to feel a little bit of heat, but it's not going to be uncomfortable heat. And you're going to have this on and you're going to do something else. I'd like you to either watch TV, maybe listen to music, type on your computer, maybe read a book, whatever it is that you can do, and just turn it on and leave it around this distance here. And this is when you'll really start to notice, when you're not paying such close attention to the device here, you'll notice that the benefits will start kicking in. And now, some of you may have already felt this, as you're doing the red light therapy, you'll start to kind of feel sleepy. And this is just your body's way of reacting to the heat. The energy is soothing. So this device is predominantly energy. That's what it is. And that's what's healing you, is the energy. It has nothing to, well, I shouldn't say nothing, but it has very little to do with the red light, in the sense that the red light does have benefits, like I said, with the skin, but the energy is what we're trying to target. And right now, obviously, I'm not doing it for ear related conditions because I have my my earphones on, but you would use this with your ear, of course, uncovered, and you'll start to notice that there'll be some sensations going on in your body. You'll start to feel it. And in my ear area, I started to feel like there was like a targeted mechanism happening for me. I started to feel like blood was moving into that area. And wherever there's blood moving, there's healing, there's oxygen being applied. And so the reason why a lot of the conditions with the ear seems to go on so long is that it's so hard to target that area. And most physicians obviously will target it with medication or surgery. Some of you have mentioned getting tubes put in. Those were all my options. I opted out of all those options, especially the surgery options. I didn't opt out of the medication at first, but when I started to realize it wasn't helping, I had to stop because of the side effects of that. So a lot of times you're taking the medication and you're getting the side effects of that medication that's also weighing in on the conditions that you have with ETD. So that's the problem with this condition. It's already all over the place, in a sense that you don't know what's triggering it. Then you start taking medication that you've never taken before, like steroids, and you start getting some of the benefits from that, but you're also getting the side effects from that. So that's why this condition is such a difficult thing. And I really want you guys all to know that I'm here for you, and that I really wanted to do this in-depth red light therapy discussion here because I really feel it's very important. And I think a lot of you will have questions after this, and I'm hoping that you can throw those at me, and I'm happy to address all of them for you. But for me, when I discovered red light therapy, it was a blessing. Um, and like I said, it's not a new discovery, but it's a new discovery that benefits the ear, and that's where I will gladly take some of the credit on that. But essentially, the point of it is we need to get it out there. That's the point. The point is we need to get it out there. So if anything, you get anything out of red light therapy for the ear, please pass it along to your friends, family, or anyone you know in the group, or anybody you know that's suffering, and see if it gives them benefits as well, because that's why we're here. We're here to help each other out, and that's what I continue to do and will continue to do. With that being said, folks, I'd like to leave you all with one thing. Being well is feeling well. Feeling well is doing well. Doing well is living well. And we're going to continue to live well. Take care, everybody, and I'll talk to you all very, very soon. Bye now.